today's presentation, which is about collecting written testimonials. So we've had a previous webinar, guys, on how to collect video testimonials. And by demand, we decided to present how to collect the written testimonial as well using the Dubb technology. So I'm going to go ahead and present my screen here and jump right in. And we're going to talk about three things today, guys. One is how to collect the written testimonials, because there's going to be a number of different ways to collect these testimonials. And then we're going to talk about the scripts, what we should say, the technical sort of function of how to collect them. So where, how, and then where to publish these testimonials as well, where and how to publish them. Because there's Google, there's your website, there's lots of places that we can use these testimonials effectively once they've been captured. So let me go ahead and share my screen and jump right into the first part. What we're talking about first, guys, is actually how to collect the written testimonials for your business, because there's going to be a number of ways to do this. Depending upon how you're set up, we can make this, we want it to be the easiest and most effective method for you. That's what we're going to do first, is show you guys how to collect these. If you guys aren't aware, testimonials are absolutely critical for every business, right? Anyone that you talk to, people want to be able to Google you and find you and know that you have successfully worked with people like themselves before and that you have a good reputation. So we probably all already know this, but I thought it's worth mentioning. Reviews are good for every single business. So how do we go about collecting them? There's going to be a number of different ways, sort of based on where you want these reviews to end up. One of the most popular places is Google, right? Many of us have a business that you can Google, not everybody, but many people have a business that you can Google, like Dubb here, and you can see reviews. And so this is one place I'm going to show you guys how to collect reviews here the most effectively and easily. And then there's other places you can publish, like just if you want reviews published to just your website, you can have a form filled out, right? So those are the other methods that I'm going to mention. This first way, because it's probably the most widely used, is going to be how to collect the reviews on your Google listing. So the best way to start with this is to actually visit your own Google listing, either internally or right here through your Google search. Go to the place where you can now read the reviews. So here is where I can read all these reviews. You see this long, big, weird URL? That is actually the most direct link to our reviews. So I don't want to send them to Google. I don't want them to go anywhere else. I want them to go right to the place where they're going to write a review, just like this. So this link here, sorry, not the previous one, this one. The other ones, if you want them to read reviews, this one's if you want them to leave a review. This is the most direct link you can get. It provides zero opportunity for confusion for them to find somebody else, or where do I go? What am I doing? Right? The link is going to take them straight there. The one requirement for this is that they have a Google account, because if I go to do this, to leave a review, it does ask you to be logged into Google. So that is one thing it's going to ask you to sign in, and be aware of that limitation. So this link here, specifically, you guys won't see it, but the link is changing when I click the write a review button. There's just a slight difference here in the URL. So that is where we start. We're going to take the link that leads to leaving a review on our Google listing. Now, inside of Dubb, we're going to create a call to action. Leave Google review. Buttons, we just want to label them internally so we know what they are. But then the type is a website link in this case. We're going to paste that Google link. Then under button text, custom text, leave Google review. So now we have a button that is going to allow our recipients to click that one button and be taken directly to here, where they can immediately leave a Google review. So this is part one, guys. If you're looking to collect written reviews on Google, this is the most direct way to do it, with a link directly to the listing as a call to action. Now, there's a second way to collect reviews, at least one other way, which is a form where you have a question, right? What is your favorite part of working with my business, or whatever you want to have that be? So you can create a form on Dubb to collect this review as well. If you guys have an external form, if you have something else that has a form for this already, you can also embed this on Dubb. I don't have an example to show you that now. I can show a Google form was something that we've done before where, like, for example, this is Jot form. So any external form you guys have, you can connect to Dubb. I'm going to show you now how to actually create the form. This starts in your settings in the CRM custom properties. So what this, guys, is it's the ability to create a custom question on your form. So if I'm collecting a review for my business, I would call this review or testimonial or something like that. And that's what its name is. And what I want is a single line of text. And actually, what I want this to say is, what was your favorite part of using our service? Just for example, right? You probably have a much better question. And in fact, the question is really important because whatever the question is going to elicit the response you're actually going to receive. So the more specific your question, the more specific the response you're going to get back from your client. So I actually do recommend placing some importance here, thinking about that for a moment. What is the most important message, right? Generally, you want some type of story. You want an arc. You want to know how they were from here. And then after using our service or product, where are you at now, right? Like that would get them to tell you a nice little story. Well, before working with them, I had this problem. And after working with them, now I have this win. So the name of the property is the question. What was your favorite part of our business? And it's a single line text. And then Ina, remind me to come delete that later because we don't actually need that in our CRM. So that's a custom property. And now I'm going to come into forms on Dubb and I'm going to create this review form or testimonial. And then one of those custom fields that I just created, what was the favorite part of using our service? That is now a required field on my form. I'm going to save this. So test. Oh, and by the way, every form, guys, has an option where at the end of the form, you have to decide what happens. Do you want to just say, hey, thanks for the information, or do you want to direct them somewhere else? So you can forward them to a URL, or you could just say, thanks for the testimonial. And save. So, oh, did I forget something else? Yes, the button text is also required. So once that form, testimonial form is created, I spelled that wrong. You connect the form to a button. Testimonial, type, form, and then you select the form. And I'm going to show you guys what this all looks like in a second as well. So what I just did, I created 2 call to action buttons. And now I'm going to connect those buttons to a video. So I'm going to actually record this video right now. And I'm going to show you guys 2 different types of videos that you can potentially create for your collection of your testimonials. One of these videos is going to be recyclable. Most people like this type of video more because they don't have to make multiple of them and they end up resending the same one. It's not actually the method I would most highly recommend. I would most highly recommend this first one that I'm going to show you, and then I'll show you the lazier version. Guys, in the Dubb app, Dubb mobile app, iPhone, Android, tablet, there's a whiteboard. I show this often, guys. This strategy I'm showing you, I show this in the trainings a lot because I have hundreds of countless feedback that this is working for many different people in every different industry. It creates a fantastic first impression that gets more clicks than if I just did this. So using this whiteboard,
noted now.
I'm going to put their name. In this case, I'm going to pretend I'm collecting a review from a guy named Joe. So I said, hey, Joe, or actually in this case, I would say small favor, Joe, something like that. The whole point of this is to let Joe or the person opening this email or text message know that this video is just for them. That's why I'm showing you guys this method. It creates the best click-through rate from any other type of thumbnail, because they can see a real person, a human, likely that they know you if you're asking for their testimonial, and you took the time to make something just for them. People respond most often to that compared to plain text or generic. So I say, hey, Joe, just wanted to ask you a little tiny favor. If you could click the button below, it's going to open a form and it's going to ask you to answer a question about what your favorite part of working with our business has been. If you could just tell me your best story there, I would greatly appreciate it. It's going to go a long way in helping me and grow our business. So would really appreciate your time there. And thanks again, and hope all is well. So sort of generic example there that I gave. I like to do this video for, it's like a little game to try to see if you can add the name before it's finished. Anyway, so that was the video, guys. That was one example, and the one that I would recommend most often because it's that personal approach. It's going to have the best response and the best conversion rate. Now, the other one that I'll show you is a little more generic, where same deal, except for instead of putting Joe's name in there, I'm going to just say small favor, something like that, or quick question, or something tantalizing, something interesting, where the multiple people that are going to open this video are going to see that, again, it's me, it's making a video for them. They just don't necessarily see their name in it. So this one, instead of Joe, I'm just going to say something like this. Hey there, just wanted to ask a huge favor of you, or a small one. If you could do me just that little tiny thing, click the button below. It's going to open up a little form where you can tell us what it was like to work with our business. We'd really appreciate this. Again, I won't go through the full thing. You guys already have that. But the first part is the only part that's different, where instead of saying their name, you say something like, hey, we hope you're really doing well and wanted to ask a small favor, right? Where you're just not saying the name. So that's really the only difference between the generic request and the specific request that I did first. As I mentioned, most people want to go to the generic route. It's easier for them because I can just send the same video repeatedly versus having to record one each time. As I mentioned, though, you're sacrificing conversion rate versus convenience. So you decide. If you really want the testimonial and you worked with your client, I would recommend this one. If you guys are in any sort of professional service like real estate and mortgage and insurance, it's really good for you to have your face in front of them anyways. So I would recommend that. And then hearing their name and stuff is going to also help. This person knows me, respects me, took time to do something personal for me. So anyway, this is the video. And in the first parts, guys, I showed you the buttons. So now we're going to connect the buttons to the video. So here's my testimonial request. Right here, calls to action. I'm actually going to add both of those buttons that I just created. Let me just remember the names of them. So testimonial form and leave Google review. Testimonial form and leave Google review. All right. And now when I this button right here allows me to preview the video. So here's my video where I'm requesting this thing. And I have the first button, which is fill out the form, where the form pops up, asks for their email and says the question that I asked. What's the favorite part of using our service? But it should be more specific, as I mentioned. Ask for the answer that you actually want to receive. And then when they submit that, you're now going to have their written response tied to their contact record inside of the Dubb CRM. So then you can publish that, print it, put it on a website, record a video of it, right? There's a bunch of things we can do with a written testimonial once we've collected their story. So this is what that looks like in the terms of a button and form inside of Dubb. The other one, again, just takes them straight to Google, straight to where they can leave the review. So that is, as I mentioned, the most seamless experience we can do to collect that testimonial directly. I've had a lot of people say that, well, my clients are older and they said that they couldn't figure out how to leave the Google review. this will solve that problem because they just click the button. Makes it much easier. So both of these examples are sort of two of the most popular options of where to collect and publish reviews. The Google one is sort of all in one, guys. That you collect it and it publishes in the same step. So that one's a little bit different. But the form fill, when they submit this, you will then have this in a record inside of the Dubb CRM. You'll also have this as a activity report. It'll say somebody submitted your form, or Joe submitted your form. And then you can click and be taken to Joe's contact record here and read his review and decide how you'd like to publish it from there. So these are the two most popular methods for collecting written reviews, which are directly to Google and then to the written form. Now, I want to show you guys one way to distribute this in video as well, because reviews are great, but how do they find them? Well, they're going to be finding us on Google, maybe through their own. But when we want to share testimonials, right? Somebody leaves a fantastic review on your website. There's still an opportunity to now go share this with other people. One of the things that we always teach guys is testimonials, even in written form, make really good content to share on social because it's authentic. It's sort of like a client appreciation post, if you will. If you guys are in a business that's maybe a little more sensitive, maybe financial or something where you're under an NDA, you can't necessarily share the name or the persona of your client. But even then, you could leave the story generic. Client appreciation posts make a couple of are really fantastic social posts for a number of reasons. One is with the right tagging and the right content, it's going to be shown to your ideal prospects on social. Two, it's not what we say, it's what they say, right? That's a common methodology of informing someone about your business, where someone else is saying good things. And three, it's ammunition, right? We should all be posting to social more often, unless, like I said, you're an individual salesperson, or if it's your own business and stuff, we should be doing it. Real estate, mortgage, professional services, all those things. If you're on a team, right, you're not necessarily responsible for posting social for your company. So ignore that if that's not your fit. But for everybody else, these are fantastic posts. They're an opportunity to share how you're helping people. And that then in turn informs more people, wow, I need that help. That's interesting for me. I should talk to Joe about his service. So what does this look like? Let me just show you. We can do this in a number of ways. For example, the Google reviews here, and I can pull up the written review, whether this is inside of Dubb, published on a website, published in Google. Pull up the written review here. Our good friend Gregory, he's often here. We love Gregory. And I'm going to use one of the screen recorders. Guys, there's a number of options there. There's a Chrome extension. There's a desktop app. In this case, I'm just going to use the Chrome extension because it's right here inside of Google. So there's me. I'm going to change the shape a little bit. Maybe I want it to be a square, and that's good. Press record. And now I'm going to say, hey guys, I just wanted to take a moment and share the story that Gregory said about our company. Greg is an awesome person and we love working with him. Just wanted to share his quick review here. So he's been using Dubb for actually a couple of years, and it was only in the last months that he really kicked it up a notch with our new functionality, some of which I'm using right now. And it's shifting his entire marketing efforts into, and Dubb will be a huge part of that. So these are the types of stories that we hear every day from Dubb customers, and the types of stories that we love to help create. And the reason why we host so many trainings, so we can teach you guys how to accomplish these same strategies. So we appreciate you, Gregory. Anyways, that would be an example, guys, of a client appreciation post. And again, you can take your written content now and make it more interesting for social, because let's face it, the social media, all the channels prefer the video format at this point. You can put a text post up, it just doesn't get as much engagement. You could do both, right? You could take that written testimonial, put that as a post. Like if you're on Instagram, there's threads, or you could do a text post on Facebook. Not so much YouTube though, you need video there. Okay, so guys, I've talked a lot in a really short order. I'm going to take a little pause here and see about questions. Dan, the first version sacrifices scalability and maximum automation. So absolutely, Dan, the first method that I showed you is not automatable in any way. It is 100% personal. And as I mentioned, if you guys have a large volume of personal relationships that would require automation, like Dubb, for example, we have a lot of customers, thousands and thousands of customers. Thankfully, we appreciate each and every one of you. And that would be too many people to probably personally request a video testimony. We actually do this anyways, I think, so never mind. But if it was just you guys, if it was you're the one-stop shop, it would be too many videos and things for you to create for your hundreds of potentially customers. If it's a lower volume, like dozens or less than 100, then I would say that the one-to-one approach would certainly be worth it. But Dan, to your point, this actually can be automated as well. So let's actually just break out into that really quick, just to show you guys. There is an automation. Automation is a series of emails and or text messages that can be used for your business's purposes. What we've shown in a previous training, guys, is how to collect video testimonials the same way, except instead of written, instead of a button that says leave a review, it collects a video, right? If anyone wants info on that, let us know. I can get the recording to you. But it works the same way in automation. So you can send this video, right? Hey, small favor, leave me a review. Not the Joe one, but the generic one. You send that, and then it waits 2 days. And then instead of checking and seeing if they watched the video, you can check and see if they clicked the button that said, leave me a review. If they did not click the button, that means they didn't leave you a review. So then you can remind them automatically, hey, we saw you didn't click the button yet. Please take a moment and leave me a little review on Google. And if they did click the button to leave you a review, then you can stop following up with them. They did what they were supposed to. So this is what the ability to looks like, what this looks like to actually automate the written testimonial collection process inside of Dubb. And now if you guys have another system, an external automation tool, like a Go High Level or a HubSpot or anything like that, you won't be able to automate it based on the behavior within the video. So those tools will have their own sort of rules for automation. Okay, I know that was a little bit complex for some of you guys, but that is an eventuality, right? We don't want to chase people down and send emails and stuff automatically or manually. We want to automate whenever possible. But it's sort of conflicting here with the testimonial collection because it's often a personal thing. If you want to get a really good review, a testimonial, a personal response will typically elicit those. But a generic one can work too, right? If they're happy with your services, any request will typically work. Okay, good. We got a question from YouTube. How do I include a Dubb video in the Calendly software? That would be great as a review after requesting for a Calendly meeting. Okay, yeah. So, oh man, I wish you were here, George, because then I could turn your microphone on. I think you've asked something similar before. What I can do is show how to connect Calendly to Dubb. That's a really common thing where this is this different type of testimonial. This one's a video testimonial, and where people want to be side by side. They're like, how do I collect a testimonial where it's me and someone else at one time? And unfortunately, that would have to be done in a platform like Zoom or a live meeting platform where the two of you are side by side, and you'd record that and then upload that to Dubb. So I know that one comes up often. If I want to do a side-by-side testimonial, you would have to record it externally and then upload to Dubb. And then I think I remember George's question here. It was sort of like people are saying, hey, can you leave us a review? And then he's saying, man, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was a great idea. George, if you can elaborate on YouTube for us from there. Anyway, So guys, this is a relatively short training. It's not a complex thing, but I wanted to show you guys how you can do it simply, right? The human request all the way to the automated requests. So if we got any more questions, I'd love to answer them, or if anyone wants to come on. Doc, can I use this for open house greeting? Absolutely. In fact, one of our favorite real estate partners, he'll probably be here tomorrow, he uses his QR codes on his forms, our friend Bill. Let me show you guys this. Anytime you create a video on Dubb, it has a QR code associated with it. So this testimonial request has this QR code. When someone points their camera to this QR code, it's going to take them to the page where they can either send me a written review or even a video testimonial. And what you're doing there in that case is a open house form where it says fill out the form. And the form is, are you working with an agent? What's your budget? Or right, whatever, first name, last name, email, whatever you want to ask them on your open house greeting form. So yes, absolutely. I've had several of our clients do that where they have the QR on their open house sheet and it takes them to a video where is the agent welcoming them and collecting the information via form. So love that, Doc. Absolutely. Good question and use case. All right. Oh, there you go. Right on, George. Welcome, brother. Let me make sure your mic's on. Oh, yep. Okay. Oh man, he's got that super cool zoom effect. You see that? It's like we're in a video game or a movie or something. He's going to get his mic hooked up here. Francois, yes, I have a suggestion. Well, George is getting set up here. Absolutely, buddy. What do you got? Speak up for us.
Basically, it's a while back, but for the Google reviews,
yeah,
I took a, you know, with those little round things that you have there at the bottom. I don't know how to say this.
The webcam bubble?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go like this. If I share this, I don't know if you see my screen.
Yep, we see.
So this is what I did. I took a video of me showing people how to do it. So when I do this, it tells them, and I don't know, I'm just gonna.
Thank you for wanting to help.
Love it.
This video, there's gonna be a link.
And so I show them the link, I show them where to go, I show them what happens, and then I tell them that I want to have a 5-star review.
Yeah.
And so by doing that, it
5-star review on this, that'd be great. I says, what do you like about this place? Good quality.
anyways, so just an idea, so that makes it even more easy for them than have a first-hand experience as to what's going on with the
Even better.
where they go.
I love that. So guys, take everything that I said and then add this video to it as well, right in your playlist. So actually, thank you, Francois. That was see, this is why we're always learning, guys. We're always students, and it's good. So that video he just described, we can have that right here in the playlist of your first request. So right here it says playlist, and I would select that video that says how to leave a review. And then now when they visit that page, how to leave a review is going to be right after your personal request. So, or you could combine them like Francois had them combined there. I love that though, because you say, hey, leave me a 5-star review. I don't want a 4, I want 5 stars. Yeah. Hey, love it. Right on, brother. Okay. George, you're up next. You ready? All right.
I'm good. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I got to get myself a desktop microphone because these wireless ones, my desktop has no wireless Bluetooth or whatnot. Anyways, back to the software, the Calendly. It has a workflow built in.
Yeah.
After they book a meeting, whatever the meeting is finished, 15 minutes later, it sends them an email. Thank you for whatever, la, la, la. But in that email that it sends, I ask them, click here to leave a review. But I'd love to throw in there a video of Dubb video.
Yep. So I don't think I'm on the paid Calendly to go into the workflow piece right now, but I know that when you're in the meeting, you will be able to set up your questions or whatever. There's the workflow. It says try it. So then, yeah, one of these pieces in the communications, email or text message reminders, you'd be able to activate those. Okay, so I'm on the free one, so I can't. Oh, here, personalize. There you go. This is
I have the paid one.
Yeah, so you'd have the paid one, but right in here in the confirmation, that's where you would be able to place the link to your Dubb video. So you could copy it straight from the extension, like my videos.
Okay.
Copy URL, and then you'd provide a sentence of context. You'd say, hey, click this link to watch a short video from me about X or something.
Okay.
Or if it's just the review, it says, hey, I'd love if you could leave me a review, click this link. And then it takes them to that video where it says, hey, can you do me a small favor? Click below. So that's all that you would do, though, is go into one of those existing reminder steps and add the link with a line of context into that workflow. Yep.
I wouldn't be able to put in the GIF in there, just the link.
I don't think so. Yeah, because I'm on this free version. I don't see an option for an image. It may be different in yours. Let me show you really quick. So right in here, I don't see an option to add an image. But if you do see a little image button, then you would just take an extra step and add the image. I don't think it's possible though. So let me know what you see.
There's bold, italic, underline, tabs. There's a link, and that's it.
No image, but yeah, so they don't want to send images, it seems like. So anyway, that is how you would do that then.
Cool.
Maybe try to copy and paste your QR code, and then put your cursor and then copy paste. Try and see if that works.
Okay, good idea.
You can try to copy and paste, but I think usually when there's not an image button, it's a text only field, like it won't allow HTML to show. But you can definitely
there's none of that. It's basically the same items you have, but I just have a couple more because it's the paid ones.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's no image capability. But the link is great. At least it links to the video.
But always provide some context too, because people, if they don't know what the link is, they're less likely to click it. So
for sure,
tease them a little bit. Say, hey, do me a small favor, click here, and they're like, what? What is that? And then they go watch it.
Awesome. Thanks.
Good. All right. Good feedback. Good questions, guys. Julio, let's see here. With this alternative that you have made, it seems that I cannot only be a testimony, but a consultation. Absolutely, Julio. This is you're seeing one strategy application of this, but sky is the limit. I have recruiters that use this for recruiting purposes. I have salespeople that do it for their own sort of qualifications, right? If you're interested in this product, fill out the form here. Lots of applications for the video to form fill or information collection. And by the way, I'm not sure if anyone here missed the video testimonial collection as well, but if you guys want that one or haven't seen that one, let me know. It's similar to this, but a little bit longer, a little bit more. You give us a hand or put a one in the chat here, and we'll get that one over to you. Good. Okay, right on. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, we'll come take a look at the chat after and email you guys the link to our previous webinar. Unless Ina, do you have that on hand now? Our testimonial collection webinar we did, I think it was last week, right?
2 weeks ago. So I'll take a look.
Okay, yeah. See if you can put it in there for us, and if not, we'll get it to you after. So let us know. All right. Anything else, guys? Any other questions, comments, concerns about collecting these some reviews for yourself? Is at least one of you guys going to go collect some testimonials after this? Feel more comfortable about doing it? They're helpful. So right on. And Francois, I know I like what you had there, brother. It was already even a step ahead of the game. So I love seeing the creativity like that. All righty. Well, appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for your time as always. We're always going to keep trying to teach you guys valuable, useful ways to help grow your business and make the most of your time. So thanks. Oh, there it is. If you want that video testimonial one, guys, it is in the chat right there. It takes you to the YouTube one. And yes, it will be great. It was a little bit more robust than this one. There's a little bit more to video collection. So click that link there for us, guys. Because yeah, we got it in here. So please, if you can, click it there. It's sort of a pain to come mine the emails afterwards because we got to find your name and your chat and then search it in our database and match it up. It's a little bit harder, so better if you do it here. Doc, okay, guys, anyone else that's still learning, we do host trainings every single weekday, guys. Every weekday at 10 a.m. You are welcome to come chat with us. My friend Rob is here. I'm in there myself. So every single weekday, we're there to support you guys if you need help with anything. It doesn't even have to necessarily be related to Dubb. It can be, sales and marketing or related to anything else. Just keep it business. I guess I don't do support outside of sales and marketing. So anyway, there's the link, guys, dubb.com/T. Anytime you want to come talk to experts about anything video, we're happy to provide some support there. All righty. Well, that's everything for us, guys. Again, thanks for your time. See you next time. Bye-bye.